You're listening to the New York Sports Show, the #1 all New York sports podcast. Hosted by Dominic Konareski.
Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show, your #1 all New York sports podcast. I'm your host, Dominic Konareski. Folks, we all know who Andrew Heaney is. Whether you like him or not, you know his name, and probably for a lot of bad reasons, especially if you're a New York Yankees fan. But the biggest question is not if the New York Yankees would DFA Andrew Heaney, not if they will release Andrew Heaney, but who is to blame for Andrew Heaney's lack of success so far with the New York Yankees. He has not done anything big overall. He's 2-2 with a 7.62 ERA with the team. He was acquired just before the trade deadline ended from the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, where he was having a 5.27 ERA season, where he stood with a 6-7 win-loss record. Now, I want to add that 7.62 ERA with the New York Yankees is just through 28 1/3 innings pitched. So you may just say that he's going through a rough patch. He still needs to adjust, especially since he was taken out of the starting rotation. He has to just adjust coming out of the bullpen, because in the entirety of his career, he has always started games, mainly until he was with the New York Yankees, was when he started coming out of the bullpen. He's been in baseball for 8 years now, folks, and now he's just now coming out as a relief pitcher. It's something he is not used to. Now, quite frankly, I do not blame him for what happened the other day against the Baltimore Orioles, where he allowed a crap ton of hits, a crap ton of base runners, and a ton of runs, ended up losing the game for the Yankees. But the line of blame could go on 3 different people when you really think about it. Andrew Heaney himself, Aaron Boone, the New York Yankees manager, and then Brian Cashman, the New York Yankees general manager, the GM. Because when you think about it, Brian Cashman got Andrew Heaney right before the trade deadline. Aaron Boone, when Andrew Heaney did start games, and even when he has struggled in his relief appearances, Aaron Boone likes to keep him in a lot longer than he should. And that is not Andrew Heaney's fault. Of course, when you're struggling and you're left in longer, you're bound to make more mistakes. That goes for any pitcher out there of any caliber. Or you could say that Andrew Heaney cannot play in New York. We've seen a lot of players like that they just cannot handle being in a pinstripe uniform, which is completely fine. Personally, I am putting the blame on Aaron Boone, the New York Yankees manager. He is obviously very fond of Heaney. He likes Andrew Heaney. They've gotten quite a friendship, I gotta say, in a short time so far as a New York Yankee. And you could tell that they get along well. They're probably good friends at this point. But Aaron Boone keeps Andrew Heaney in too long, and he has him come out in the dumbest situations. You have a guy struggling, and you bring him out in a close-net game. You cannot blame that on Andrew Heaney. You can't. You gotta blame that on Aaron Boone. 100% the blame, or at least a majority of the blame, goes on Yankees manager Aaron Boone. Comment down below what you guys think. I'm Dominic Konareski, and I'm signing out. Peace.